The Burn Barrel 4. Here we go. This is my favorite song ever in a million years. My all-time favorite song. I listen to it at least once or 1,000 times a day. It's by the Rise Brothers and Sugar Sack Sessions. Sugar Sack Sessions. It's called Momentum. Woo! The first couple of minutes are just this right here. Just. Ooh! That's the Rise Brothers. Sugar Shack Sessions. Momentum. Here we go. Podcast time. We're going to be quick. Probably do like a 15-20 minute podcast, because that's all I got time for today, and I need to get it in. I need to do it. It needs to happen. I do appreciate you guys listening in, man. You know, that's a special thing when people say that they've heard the podcast, even if it's just one person. It's like, well, I mean, I could have invited you here and we could have talked for a while, or I could have set up this camera and this microphone and did it this way, because this is funner. It's a lot more fun. I think I said that right. It's funner. Anyways, it's August 18th. You know what time that is. That means you know what time it is. It means I'm about to tell you about some important events on this date. Historical things that happened on this date, man. You know, you're gonna have to bear with me a little bit because the list is quite long, and I only picked a couple of things out that I thought were pretty key on the laundry list of things that have happened on August 18th, aside from what's happening on this day in Afghanistan. But we'll get to that in a minute. It's the 230th day of the year. That's a fact about the day. It's the 230th day of the year. I wonder how those New Year's resolutions are going. You know what I'm talking about? I wonder how them bad boys are going about right now. About right meow. Important events on today. Let's go down here. Let's see. Let's see. The weather map. The weather map was televised for the first time in 1926. That's cool. Because think about the times you looked at the weather. And you're like, that damn map, they're always lying to us. But you always go look at it. Whenever I look at AccuWeather, I just look up the radar just so I can see in real time. Then I'll press the little arrows on the bottom right of it, and then I'll press the play button and make it play it. The weather map was put on TV for the first time ever in 1926. 1930, Eastern Airlines opened up a passenger flight, so you can fly with passengers on a plane. Yep, 1930. 1936, the hottest afternoon ever in Iowa is 106.5 degrees. Sounds like a radio station, 106.5 FM. It's just missing the M because it's 106.5 F for Fahrenheit. If you do Fahrenheit, I don't know what that is in Celsius. Elvis Presley's Hound Dog and Don't Be Cruel reached number 1 on the charts in 1956. Those two songs, I mean, how did that work out? I mean, what the fuck that happened there? Like, that had to one beat the other one out that day? Like, that one got there first and the other one was like, no, and then boom, got it off. Like, how do you have 2 number 1s in one day? Like, how do you have that? How does that happen? How does that work? I think that's some tomfoolery. I think somebody's rigging the system. How can you have 2 number 1s in one day? The only thing logical would be that one of them reached number 1 that day, like that morning, and then like right around like lunch or something, like maybe mid like brunch or something like that. Here come another Elvis song. Don't be cruel, ba-boom, ba-boom, but you're number 2. And then it took number 1. You see what I'm saying? 1956, August 18th. The Beatles, 1960, the Beatles performed for the first time in front of people in Hamburg. The Beatles were a pretty big deal. They're not the Stones. still performing 70 years later or whatever, but they're the Beatles. Pretty important. Pretty much an icon. 1963, James Meredith was the first black person to graduate from the University of Mississippi. Shout out James Meredith. Milestone met right there. 1988, minoxidil. I think that's how you say that. I thought that was an antibiotic for the clap, but minoxidil is approved by the FDA for hair loss in 1988. Changed the game for men. Gave them hope. I say let it go. I'm thinning right now, but I'm still winning. You know what I'm saying? As long as you got the flow, like you can thin out, you can thin out up top. People be like, oh, you look dumb. No, it's about how you feel. Don't worry about their opinions. We'll get into that later too. 2016, Usain Bolt done busted on through the third gold in the 200. Consecutive, like the third consecutive Olympics. Won the gold in the 200. Like that's like over 12 years, I think, if my math magicians are correct inside my head. It's a lot of running. That dude, I didn't know he was that old. I thought he was like younger. And then I looked him up and I was like, damn, like time flies by when you're not, you saying, wait, that was dumb. I was going to say something like time flies by when you're not Usain Bolt, but then like, I mean, obviously if you were Usain Bolt, like time would fly by. So when you're not him, like it doesn't fly by, but it's flying by. It's August 18th. There's a lot of key things going on in the world today. I hate when people say that they've had, you know, like when they get online, like influencers or whatever you call them. They're like, hey, I've had a lot of people ask me my opinion, and so I figured I'd make this video. I hate that. But since I'm doing a podcast and stuff like that, I figured and a lot of people asked me my opinion, I figured I'd put it on video and audio. But I'm not going to give you my full opinion. Hell no. You might catch me in heat of the moment, but I can always go back and edit that out. Always. Never forget that. You only see what I show you. Ha! Afghanistan. Before we get into that, opinions. Opinions, man. Opinions are, if I can say one thing about opinions, they're like, you know, people say, oh, opinions like assholes, everybody's got one. They do, that's true story. And you can take it even further and be like, everybody stinks but mine. And that's true. But anyways, moving forward in conversation here, basically we let other people's opinions influence us. Not everybody. But there's a lot of us that do this. I'm guilty as charged. I've done this before, and that's how I know I can speak on it. People ask me my opinion on what I thought about Afghanistan. I said, well, what would my opinion do? And they were like, we would really like to know. Like, we would really like to know what it is. And I was like, well, I don't really feel like telling you because I don't really know what to say. I can't speak intelligently on the topic. I can't. How could I? I've never been there. I can only tell you my opinion. Instead of facts, and I don't base anything on opinion except for my own opinion. And even then I'm like, it's bullshit sometimes. I know that, but it is what it is. I embrace it. We let people control us on our like they literally control us. But like if somebody's treating you well, you're good, you're happy, you're getting positive feedback on all the things that you're doing in life, and you're happy. But if they're treating you bad, you're like, man, fuck, they make you feel like shit, which is a whole different other subject in itself about mistreating people and constantly do that and them having to stay and deal with that type of thing. But you can break somebody down when people treat you like shit, and when people treat you like shit, you feel bad. You gotta treat yourself good and not worry about other people's opinions. Embrace your own opinion. Say whatever it is that you want to say without worrying about what other people think about it. Once you get past that part, then you can move on into a new realm of living in your existence. Because we're all just searching out here. Like, we're all just searching out here for something. I mean, I talk about this before, I'm always alone, but by choice, right? We talked about it on the last one a little bit. I'm always alone by choice because I'm hustling and I'm grinding and I'm trying to stick to my shit. That comes with opinions, people's opinions. If they state them to me, I have the choice to acknowledge them or not. I don't let anybody else's opinion of me. I'm real with myself. I know all the things. Like sometimes their opinions are already what I feel of myself or whatever. Sometimes. But, well, most times, because I guess what I'm saying, and I'm not a psychologist or anything, but basically you'll freaking, I don't know how many times I can say basically, but like that's my word instead of if I can help it. I just say basically. But if you pay attention to like to people's opinions and then you let them run with them in your brain and dictate you on how you're moving, then you're pretty much telling yourself to get fucked anyway. It's like you're pretty much telling yourself to get fucked. You can't let their opinions dictate you. Like the world will dictate you and your opinions. Other people's opinions doesn't matter. It's a direct reflection on how you think yourself. If you're insecure, it's definitely a self-esteem thing. You know, whenever you see something that you don't agree with or that you whatever, and this is not an attack, like you may not agree with that statement, like if you heard that and you think, well, since you've posted something that I'm attacking you, I'm not attacking you. Post all you want to, but it's, and I'm not saying it's a self-esteem thing with your post. I'm saying it's a self-esteem thing when we react to other people's opinions. Because say somebody says you're ugly. Well, if you think you're ugly, if you think you're fucking ugly, then you're gonna be like, damn, like they just confirmed that, you know? If you think you're fucking beautiful, you're gonna be like, fuck you, fucking beautiful. Don't ever tell yourself you're ugly. That's a mind trick. That's a mind fuck there, right? Doesn't matter about other people's opinions, but I'm about to give you mine on Afghanistan. In a short sense, like really, 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 really short sense. Number one, first and foremost, pray for our soldiers and our troops that have been over there or that are for some reason there right now working or doing something that the whole world doesn't know about, because the only thing we hear about is what the media tells us. And hey, yay for them for going on over there and gathering some intel or whatever, but we don't know the real story. But pray for our troops, especially the ones that have experienced goddamn hell over there, and then to come home and watch that shit fall like that, and to watch the people just give up. This is my opinion only, and it does not justify anything that my company or anybody else that is associated with me. That has nothing to do with them. I'm allowed to have an opinion, and if you don't like it, that's okay. That's okay. Don't let my opinion affect you. I think that for whatever reason, and I'm not educated on it, that we were there to begin with. I remember being a kid, like I was only 17 when I signed up for the Army. And that shit had happened after I'd signed up with the Army, 2 months after. I remember seeing it and being like, holy shit, that's crazy. Never understood it, but I already signed up with the Army. So I was already going to do that anyways. And the Army's whole thing is to defend the country, the military, the whole military. The Army's the one I know. And then ended up going to Iraq. There was other people that went to Afghanistan, though, and they did work there, you know. Afghanistan has been a whole thing. You got to think 20 years, a whole career. There's kids that were born then and that are 20 years old serving right now over there, or have served recently over there. The politics part of it is something I can't get into, because if I let people's opinions affect my mindset, then I will then move non-fluid through the Earth's gravitational pull. I know that sounds like a hippie, but I don't let people fuck with me. So I don't, and I know what gets my blood boiling. I know about politics. I pay attention to them. I choose not to speak on them because they hurt my feelings. To know a politician doesn't give a flying fuck about any of us. Most of them. You got some that do. Hell yeah, you got some that do. But to an extent, those guys get muzzled and you never hear or see from them. We get what we get, whether we pitch a fit or not. It's fucking stupid, but it is what it is. So therein lies this. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Are you going to look at other people's Facebook posts and let their opinions affect you? Are you going to sit and pray for the people that are involved, the people that are over there right now? And I'm not on no hippie shit. And I believe that some people need killing. But some people don't. And there's people over there, honest people, that are trying to get the fuck out of there because they know what's coming next. They liked having a little bit of freedom within their religion and the things that in their country's parameters, their borders. They liked having a little bit of freedom there. They knew what was on the outskirts and they knew what was being held at bay. And then when we left there, it's a fucking no-brainer. Now I don't know why we were there again. I can't speak educated on it. I'm not educated on it. So therefore I can't speak intelligently. That's what I was trying to say. It's a tough pill to swallow for any person that's American to sit around and look and know that other countries have their embassies there still and that they're teaming up, so to speak, with the Taliban. Russia and China and Pakistan have remained there and said that they're going to continue to work with these people in order to keep their embassies there. But what the Taliban is about is fucking shit up. It's about killing shit. It's about destroying shit. It doesn't make a fuck about my opinion or your opinion or anybody else's opinion. Who is this guy that's talking right now? Who the fuck is he? I've been to war. I did do that. I got in trouble in the Army after I got back from war. Not during war. During wartime, it was all fucking good for me. So I remember it well. And I remember that I served decent. You know, I did exactly what they asked to do. I actually was exceptional in a lot of fields. But when I came home, I got in a lot of trouble. Based on certain things in my life playing out, but I think about every single veteran that my brother went to Afghanistan twice. I think about what he feels. I don't ask him how he feels. I think about how he feels, and I hope he's doing well because I know that he saw some shit over there along with other people. Not every person that was in Afghanistan saw action, but every person over there is tied to somebody that was or that did, or they have to live with some sort of shit, and to sit there and watch that motherfucker fall is probably gut wrenching at a minimum. It's only my opinion. You know, people blame this and blame that, but if you're sitting around blaming, this is my opinion. If you're sitting around blaming, I'm not shaming you, but if you're sitting around blaming, think about this. Think about what you're blaming, who you're blaming, what could have been done different, and then go back to the other part of it where you don't let other people's opinions affect you and how you're moving. What can we do as a people amongst our own ranks? If you ever watch The Real World, you'll see that when you put a bunch of people together with no guidance, with nothing but somebody else, you know, they have a referee come in and step in when too much shit gets thrown against the wall or something expensive gets broken or somebody gets glass in their foot or something. Other than that, they let them go off. Starts out, everybody's nice and friendly and cordial. They're cool with each other. And then over time, they start finding out little things about each other that they hate. It's not that they're being judgmental. It's just that they're existing. In your existence, you like to be comfortable and hang out with and do the things that you like, and other people like to do that. When you put that together, it goes bananas. Most people like to live free. Some people like, they obviously have numbers. They have 85,000 strong, so they say, in their ranks. And then now they're about to have, I'm not going to say the backing of Russia or China, but they're going to have, in Pakistan, but they're not mad at them. They're not mad at them. We're mad at them. So what that means is that you better pray. You better pray to God if you believe in one. If you don't, then sit there Indian style and look up to the stars and just wait. But if you believe in God, you better pray for understanding. Not that he changes the direction, because it's already moving. Good versus evil is already out here. I'm not trying to sound fucking weird. I'm a comedian, only part-time. I'm a human all the time, though. And I pay the fuck attention to what I see and know. And I know that's good versus evil always. If you do your part as an individual to be good, on all accounts, I'm not telling you to not live free and to not speak freely, but speak strategically whenever you're going on and on and on and on about Afghanistan. This is not a fucking fad that's going to fade out. The Taliban took the goddamn country back. So that means that's a big fucking deal. So right now is the time where we start reevaluating and reanalyzing what's important to us as people. Like as people. And we take care of ourselves as well as the ones that we can reach. That's my opinion. I don't think that we go back over there and that we start another war. No. Send them boys. Send them hitters in. Them secret squirrels. Go in there and bust them nuts. You see what I'm saying? Not that they won't already, but I have an opinion on the politics part of it. I feel like just the whole interaction is being misused. Like, why? I don't fuck with people that don't fuck with me. Like, I just don't fuck with people that don't fuck with me. And I don't know why we fuck with people that don't fuck with us, so to speak. Doesn't make any sense. I mean, I fuck with people that don't fuck with me on a level of insurance. Like, I need to pay my insurance, my car payment, when I order clothes and stuff like that. I mean, I fuck with some people that just don't fuck with me, you know, like that. But I don't hang out with and put interest in people that don't fuck with me. Because as a human, as one human, because when you break us all down, that big melting pot of the world breaks down into countries, breaks down into states, breaks down into cities, breaks down into towns, breaks down into neighborhoods, breaks down into streets, breaks down into, look, as I said streets twice there, but it breaks down to the individual. From the individual, it goes up to family. And from family is where it all goes. Some people have one, some people don't. Some of us are lost out here. Some of us have been guided pretty well. I think that a lot of us are still unclear about what's happening in the world. What's happening in the world is you got a whole bunch of evil massing up to try to take out the good. There's always a winner and a loser in everything we do. For some reason, people started doing the participation trophies and all that stuff like that, but that's not real life. In real life, there's always a winner and a loser, meaning not the book term, winner you win a prize, loser you lose, you suck, but a top and a bottom, a front and a back, an in and an out, good and evil. Be good out here during these fucking weird times. That's what I say. Be good to yourself and the people. I don't care about anybody's opinion. You can put it all here all day long. I'm not arguing because I don't give a fuck. Because I'm not going to let it affect me. I'm chill Bill, banana peel. I'm going to take care of what I can take care of around me. And if and when it was ever needed, where we needed some folks to go, would I go? Yeah, we'd all go. Because it's going to come to us probably. And I'm not trying to freak you out with that, but just think about what's happening. And you think about that when you vote for people and when you pay attention to that kind of shit. You don't have to tell people about all this stuff. You don't have to make it a fuss. Just pay the fuck attention to who's doing what out here and what's really happening, because at the end of the day right now, the Taliban owns Afghanistan again. Not the Afghanistan people. Not the people that want to live there happily. The people that want to fuck shit up. I repeat for the third time, the people that want to fuck shit up. I'm Joey Leonard. I'm Average Joey. I do appreciate you guys listening in on the bullshit. For me, it's all about friendship, community, and life. You know, we fucking take care of ours out here. We try to help each other out, and then we fend off the evil. Just be good out here, man. You know, be good and love yourself. And then that's been the Burn Barrel. That's my opinion. Hopefully it didn't hit you the wrong way. Some of y'all might have wanted me to say carpet bomb them, or don't, like, or just, you know, I know I got friends on both sides of the fence here. Understand, good versus evil. Be good. Also, side note, never be afraid to do a little evil in the name of good against evil. Love y'all. Bye.